Gotham at night, the fog hangs thick over Soho, and the streets seem to swallow every sound. In the cold dark, something far worse than thieves is hunting. Virkin, you incompetent slug, you had the woman and you let her escape. Get after her, send your legion after her. I want her back, and I want her back now. You dare question my will, little vampire. I rule the legion, Virkin, and through me the master rules. Disobey me and you disobey him, and the price for that transgression is horror beyond imagining. Do what you will with Blade, but return the woman to me alive and unhurt. The vampires answer without hesitation, fear already carved deep into their souls. Then they surge into the fog-choked streets, a pack of obscene hounds hungry for the kill. Gotham at night, the city is a maze of iron, steam, and fear. Deep below the streets, the subway tunnels become a battlefield of desperate souls.
The underground's our only chance. If we can just make it to a train, we might lose them.
They've run a good race, give them that at least, but they're only human. Their bodies can only be pushed so far.
But the chase has already gone too far. The runners have crossed the limit long ago, and the darkness behind them is closing in.
Police business, call Scotland Yard. It's an emergency. Get a tactical team down here at the double.
The station master hesitates for one fatal heartbeat, confusion freezing him in place. Then the vampires surge forward and he is lost to the night.
It's no good, they're right behind us. Run for it, lady, down the tunnel.
Hurry, brethren, it's almost dawn. Kill the human, quickly, there's no time to waste.
No, please, no, in God's name, mercy.
And then, like a blade cutting through the fear, a final warning hangs in the air. There is no mercy tonight for man, for vampire, for hero, or for villain. Gotham at night, where the tunnels swallow light and every shadow feels alive. Tonight, nobody wins.
Hold up, lady, I thought I heard something back there.
I, human, you heard the sound of your own death.
Blind in the dark, the attacker strains to track invisible enemies while danger closes in from every side. By the time he can see them, it is already too late.
No, I will finish you.
Milady wishes you taken alive and unharmed, but I say her nay. No longer will I obey a mere human. My ears, the pain.
Fine with me, chum. Cause as far as I'm concerned. You're not obeying anyone anymore.
Meanwhile, beneath Gotham's iron veins, the third rail hisses through the darkness. In the flicker of dying lights, danger closes in on the tracks.
What's the matter? Vamp's third rail make you nervous? I mean, just cause your buddy got himself fried. Doesn't mean you gotta go the same way.
Big talk, Blade baby. Don't forget that rail's as deadly for you as it is for them.
Watch it, they're macking their move. Take him, my brother, while he's distracted.
He's common and fast, too fast, but not fast enough. Blade, look out. You've got to get off the tracks. There's a train coming.
On my way, lady. Hey, no, human, you will not escape. In the name of the Legion, you must.
Stuff it, Fangs. I ain't listening.
Oh my God, my God.
The Dark Knight arrives at the edge of the platform, cutting through the panic like a blade through smoke. The woman trembles, but Batman's voice is steady as the thunder of the train closes in.
Take it easy, lady. You got nothing to worry about now. Nothing at all.
Ouch, you're one bloody awful Florence Nightingale, chum. Sorry, next time I'll just let you bleed to death. So what's doin', Inspector? Too polite to bust a man over breakfast. I thought I was wanted. You're wanted, but I happen to think you're innocent. I just can't prove it yet. So that's why the Legion was on your trail. Look, Inspector, I don't want any trouble. I'll give myself up. All I ask is enough time to get Saffron free of those lousy bloodsuckers. Get her free, or do what I have to do to make sure she stays.
Gotham at night, the fog clinging to the alleys like a shroud, as a captive voice begins to unravel a long-buried secret.
Why should I tell you, Inspector? I've never told anyone, but then again, why the hell not?
His story reaches back to the moment of his birth, when a white-bearded vampire murdered his mother as she gave him life. Raised in Soho at Lady Vanity's, he grew up under a cloud of grief he was far too young to understand.
I was just a kid then, and vampires don't mean much when you're 9 years old.
December rain, cold and black, and a schoolboy on the way home sees an old man being harried by teddy boys in the street. But these aren't ordinary thugs, they're vampires.
I thought I'd help the old guy. I was too freaked out to be scared.
Together, the boy and the stranger fight back, and the old man drives a silver sword cane through the undead, sending the rest fleeing into the night.
His name was Jamal Afari.
Jamal moved into vanities, kicked the dope, and became the father the boy never had, though he was still a junkie just out of the hospital, carrying more scars than he'd ever admit.
He taught me everything he knew about the horn and about the undead.
Then came the trumpet, Jamal's other weapon and the voice of a legend. He was one of the finest jazz horn players who may ever have lived, and tonight that music hangs over the shadows like a warning. Gotham at night, shadows lengthening over wet pavement as a grim tale is dragged back from the grave. A haunted old man's warning echoes toward a nightmare that never truly died.
He'd fought them in his youth, he said. Even fought Dracula, he fought with all he had, for all the good it did.
To the people who knew him, he was just a crazy old man, until that night at Slow Boys when the past came screaming back. The air inside the club was thick with fear and stale smoke.
Hey Jamal, that you? You've been gone a week. We were worried you'd gone back on the junk.
Get away from me, Blade. If you value your life, your soul, get away from me now.
What are you talking about, man? This is me, Jamal. It's Blade.
I beg you, Blade, before it's too late. Curse you, I warned you.
Then the truth tears loose like a coffin lid in a storm. He had been gone for so long, and still, Dracula never forgets.
You see, my son, I thought they'd forgotten me, but they never forget. Dracula found me 4 nights ago, found me and killed me. He made me one of the undead, and now I thirst, Blade. I thirst for blood, your blood, human.
Gotham at night, where the rain clings to every rooftop and every shadow feels alive. In the gloom, a desperate reckoning unfolds between Blade and Blood Drinker.
Speak not to me of God, child. I am beyond his mercy now. Do not resist me, Blade. You are only prolonging the inevitable.
Slowboy had this pair of silver candlesticks I grabbed for M. You can guess the rest.
Maybe so, but I wasn't gonna go down without a fight.
A confession cuts through the darkness like a knife. A son, a father, and one terrible night that changed everything. Vengeance and grief have been feeding this war ever since.
He was the only father I'd ever had, lady, and I'd killed him. That night I swore to get him both, no matter how long it took. But Dracula had killed him first, just like that bearded vamp had killed my mum.
There's still hope, Blade. There's still a chance.
I'm sorry, Blade, truly sorry. Tell me about it. Well, I've got a plan. It's a bit risky, but if we pull it off, we can cripple the Legion, maybe even kill it.
But in Gotham, every plan is paid for in blood, and every promise comes with a curse. As monsters close in and the night tightens its grip, one question remains: how much more can be lost before the dark night finally breaks? A rare, gorgeous day in London, where the sun hangs warm and brilliant over a sky nearly free of clouds. It feels like a day for life, not death.
This is ridiculous, you know. Do you really think waltzing through Mayfair in fancy clothes is gonna do us any good?
It has so far. No one's going to think twice about a respectable-looking businessman and his wife out for a Saturday stroll.
I still don't like it. You got a better idea.
But beneath the bright afternoon polish, danger coils tight. The police and the Legion expect him in costume, and every step could be a trap.
I've been listening to you grouse all day, chum, and I've just about had it. You're a wanted man, you know. Have you forgotten? Wanted at best for manslaughter, at worst for murder. Either way, you'll go to prison if you're caught. Like it or not, Blade, I'm the only one who can save you.
Look, I'm sorry, okay? You went out on a limb for me, lady. I guess that means I owe you.
You call the shots, Inspector. I'll play along.
For one fragile moment, the plan holds. But in the shadow of that perfect London afternoon, the Legion waits to strike, and Blade is walking straight into their hands. Gotham breathes in the dark, rain slick and restless, as a quiet investigation turns toward a house with something to hide. Beneath Lady Marguerite's townhouse, the truth waits in the shadows.
Fair enough, I spoke to a friend this morning. Seems Lady Marguerite's townhouse has 2 studies. The one upstairs for social engagements, and the one downstairs for business. Good morning, the name is Fitzhugh Malcolm Fitzhugh. The agency sent us about the house. Heard it was for sale, you see, always wanted a house in Mayfair. I'm afraid there's been some mistake. This house isn't. Try not to think about that part of it, and if we come up empty, what then? My good man, this is 27 Regent's Lane, isn't it?
All right, Blackie, that's as far as you get. I beg your pardon, sir. We were sent, then you were sent wrong. Now get out of here before I have to bust some teeth.
Okay, man, you asked for it. What the hell?
You guessed it, sugar. Now do you want to go down easy, or do you want to go down hard? Up to you, baby.
Gotham at night swallows the streets in rain and shadow, where every alley feels like a trap. Inside a dead-end hideout, the air is thick with menace.
On second thought, you can go down hard, boyo. No way do I like being called Blackie. It don't matter none, Blackie boy. In about a minute or so, all anyone's gonna call you is dead.
I wouldn't bet on that if I were you. By the way, are you aware that carrying firearms is a serious criminal offense?
The Dark Knight steps from the gloom calm as a blade, and the criminals freeze in the face of judgment. In Gotham, fear changes hands fast.
It's just not the one Blade expects.
Right, I'll cuff these 2 lovelies and go through Milady's private study.
Watch it, baby. The room's occupied. Saffron, you'd better check upstairs, Blade. See if she left us any more surprises.
The search erupts into chaos as one thug goes hunting upstairs and another stumbles into the nightmare waiting in the shadows. And as sunset closes in, they realize Milady was hidden here the whole time. Gotham at night, shadows stretching long as a desperate reunion unfolds in the dark. What should feel like salvation is already stained by fear.
Saft, it's all right now, baby. It's over. It's Blade, honey. I've found you. I've come to take you home.
Be Blade. Please, go away. Leave me alone.
Saffron, listen to me. You don't have to be afraid. It's me. I'm not some vampire hallucination, Han. I'm real. I've come to rescue you.
Don't love me, Blade. Because you can't help me. Not anymore. I tried to fight them. But there were too many, and they were too strong.
The truth comes crashing down in the gloom, heavier than a verdict. Whatever haunted her has already sunk its teeth into her life.
Damn you, Blade, listen to me. You're too late. They made me one of them. They made me a vampire.
Blade reaches for her in horror, but the night answers first. In Gotham's darkness, love collides with a nightmare that may already be complete. Gotham's neon glare gives way to old grief and blood-soaked memory. Blade stands on the edge of disaster, haunted by the night everything went wrong. Last night, he fought the vampiric legion of the damned and killed a little girl who was no vampire at all. He would have surrendered then if Saffron hadn't been their prisoner. He swore to find her, to save her, and he kept that promise. At last, he found her. Now his mind drifts back to the first time he saw her, broke, restless, and living gig to gig in the city's smoky clubs. Nights at Slow Boys kept him fed, but only just. He had been back in town for a fortnight when Saffron came to hear him play night after night. The fox in her smile matched the fire in his horn, and before long they were drawn to each other.
Hey, little Saffron, where you been keeping yourself?
Away from you, baby.
Ponce wants you, babe. He wants you out on the street hustling tricks.
I'm no hooker, you slimy.
But trouble never comes alone in Gotham's shadows. Another voice cuts in, meaner, colder, and far more dangerous.
Talk nice, Fox. You're talking to the main man now. You're talking to Ponce. You are what Ponce tells you when Ponce tells you, little lady, or your face gets dusted with broken bottle, you dig.
Gotham at night, shadows stretching across rain-slick streets as a tense confrontation ignites in the dark. A single refusal has turned into a deadly standoff.
Maybe you ain't listening, crud, the lady said, no deal. You lay a hand on the lady, you hassle her one bit, and you're gonna have to deal with Blade, man, and that ain't healthy. Blood.
You put your life on the line tonight, man. He'll kill you for what you did to him.
Pons hasn't got the guts, and I doubt he's got the skill.
Then I'll have to keep you around a long, long time.
A knife flashes in the darkness, and the past comes roaring back like a wound that never healed. A noble gesture, a promise, and a kiss, now twisted into a curse.
I'm sorry, Saffron, before God, I'm sorry, but I've got to do this.
Blades, no.
You crazy fool, she's a vampire. The Legion turned my Saffron into a lousy vampire.
And now the price of that tragedy comes due in blood. In Gotham's merciless night, love and horror collide as the blade falls. Gotham at night, shadows lengthening across rain-slick rooftops as the dark night steps between life and death. A brutal verdict hangs in the air. One wrong move and an innocent woman is lost forever.
Not if I can help it.
You're making a mistake, Blade. A terrible, pointless, stupid, unforgivable mistake.
Then sunlight erupts into the darkness, cutting through the panic like a blade of fire. The would-be killer reels back in shock as the truth of the monster's victim is revealed.
With the sunlight, you're hitting Saffron with sunlight. And she's not disintegrating.
Saffron's in pain, yes, but the sun isn't killing her. Or because she isn't dead.
But how I mean the fangs.
Batman's answer lands like a cold case finally cracked open, infected, not transformed. There's still time to save her if Gotham's savior can keep her alive long enough.
Virkin's vampires have infected her, but not enough to turn her into one of the undead. With transfusions, she'll recover. But if you'd killed her, the police would have had another innocent victim to add to your list. It can't kill her, Blade. I'll put in a call for an ambulance.
Gotham at night, shadows pooling in every alley as a desperate conversation turns into a revelation. In the dim light, strange papers are laid bare, and the danger behind them is only just beginning.
But first, I want you to have a look at these. I found them in the study downstairs.
What do you make of them?
Computer printouts, projections, formulae, the usual.
Hey, I recognize this stuff, and lady, if it's what I think it is.
We are in trouble, big trouble.
The words hit like a warning siren. A forgotten theory from the night world has surfaced again, and this time it could change everything.
Last time I ran into the Legion, all Baldy was talking about some sort of biological process they were working on, a process to let vampires survive the sun. If these printouts are accurate, my God, if vampires gain the power to live and hunt by day, we won't stand a chance.
Then it's complete, finished, ready to be tested.
Blade, this is dynamite, bigger than my life or your freedom. We've got to get this to the yard now. I get the picture, Inspector, so let's quit babbling and get the hell out of here.
Gotham at night, shadows lengthening across the rooftops as a brutal struggle erupts in the dark. In the alley below, ancient hunger and desperate defiance collide.
Nice thought, Blade. What in the vampires?
Too bad the Legion has other ideas. Die, human.
No way, fangs, quickly, brethren. Take the girl that we may yet make her one of our own. Kill him, kill the vampire slayer, Lord Virkin commands.
It's gonna take morn creeps like you to stop me now.
But he's wrong. An instant of hesitation becomes a nightmare and the monsters close in. A voice cuts through the chaos, fierce with panic and love.
Blade, snap out of it, you bloody fool. Wake up and fight, or we're both of us dead.
Blade, for the love of God, help me.
Memories crash over him like blood in moonlight. His mother, Jamal, Edith Harker, Lady Vanity Tamsin. Saffron, for one fleeting moment, he believed he had won. Gotham's night gives way to panic as the escape spills into the dark, the streets closing in like a trap. Somewhere ahead, a fragile chance at survival is racing for its life.
Come on, we've got to get out of here.
But they've got Saffron.
You can't help her if you're dead, you stupid twit, so stop arguing and go.
They fight every step of the way to Kate Fraser's car, dragging themselves through violence and desperation. Somehow, by sheer force of will, they make the vehicle come alive and roar into the night. For a heartbeat, it feels like they've made it safe and sound, or so they think. Then the darkness answers with a scream. It becomes a mad chase through London's narrow, winding streets, the Jaguar skidding through rain-slicked turns. Their enemies swarm the car, battering at the doors as the city blurs past in a deadly blur.
They're all around us. I can't see to drive, and we can't outrun them in London proper. Tell him we're under attack. Tell him I'm heading for the river, for the Thames. Call for help, Blade. Call Di Thomas, because that's our only chance.
Gotham at night breathes like a wound, its alleys drowning in fog and blood-red danger. The vampires are always one step ahead, and Inspector Fraser is running out of time.
Kate, look out in front of us.
Oh no, Nulo.
No, Inspector Fraser. You will not die, not yet.
You lousy, filthy murdering.
Silence, human, lest we forget our master's commands.
A dark promise hangs in the air. They will claim their victim and transform the living into something far worse. The Legion of the Damned is closing in. Gotham at night, the shadows are thick with secrets, and somewhere in the darkness, a captive awakens to a nightmare.
She wakes, milady. Luckily for you, Virkin. Had you failed this time, it would have meant your life. One of these days, Marguerite, you'll push me too far, and on that day, little vampire, you'll die your final death. For I am the chosen of Master Virkin. Defy me, and you defy him. There isn't a vampire alive strong enough to do that. Perhaps not now, but soon, milady, soon.
A cold voice cuts through the chamber as steel and candlelight frame a desperate hostage. The Dark Knight steps from the gloom unshaken.
You know, kidnapping a police officer is a serious offense.
Not when that officer is the invited guest of a noble house.
No, Inspector Fraser, there are no bites. For what it's worth, you're still human, as you have been these last 3 days.
And if you do not tell us what we wish to know.
Gotham night hangs heavy, all shadows and cold stone, as a desperate confrontation coils tighter in the dark. Virkin's smile widens into a cruel laugh, and then the night itself seems to split with danger.
Wahoo's there.
Demons of hell. A rope. I didn't think so. Happy landing, sweetheart.
Okay, hotshot, you're inside and you're still breathin'.
A woman's scream tears through the darkness, Kate Fraser's voice, and somewhere below, the fight is far from over. Gotham at night, shadows clawing across a hidden stronghold as danger ticks louder than the rain. Inside, a deadly countdown begins.
You better move fast, baby, cause these Batbrain Legionnaires spot you. You ain't gonna have a snowball's chance in hell. Ah, who gives a damn? You always wanted to go out with a bang, so now's your chance. Okay, man, you got 10 minutes to find the main lab, zap it, find the ladies, and split before this place takes off for the moon. Time's a wastin', bro.
In the dim corridors, violence erupts as claws, fists, and savage pride collide. A captive woman is held at the edge of terror while the trap tightens around her.
You are an animal, Virkin.
No less than you, milady. For did you not stay and watch? And you, human, have you learned your lesson?
I can sure as hell. Try Fang's baby get stuffed.
You will not break her with force, Virkin. No matter, there are drugs in the main laboratory which will do the job just as well. I will be back with them, directly.
Then one brutal strike lands true and the would-be executioner staggers into fate. In Gotham, even monsters can hit the jackpot and pay for it in blood. Gotham at night, shadows swallowing the alleys as the Dark Knight's hunt leads him deeper into the enemy's den. Tonight, every clue could be the difference between salvation and catastrophe.
This is it. This must be the Legion's main lab.
Way to go, not only the lab, but the only complete set of notes on the sunlight serum and the only samples.
The stolen documents spell out the last desperate hope of the Fang's enemies. One spark, one blast, and the formula is gone forever.
The notes say the Fang Boys stumbled on the formula by accident. Destroy this batch and they'll never be able to mix another. Maybe it's as good as done.
You Blade, it can't be, you're dead. I saw you die.
While your goon was busy snatching Kate, I was bailing out the other door with the evidence. So here I am, Fangs, just like a bad penny, always turning up where I'm least expected. When I'm least wanted.
Guess you didn't look hard enough, Baldy. Most of it was ruined when I hit the water. But enough was left to tell me where your base was, and where you'd probably take Kate and Saffron.
Gotham at night, where the alleys breathe smoke and menace, and every shadow seems to wait for blood. Blade steps into the darkness, facing a killer who thinks the grave itself is his ally.
Then you have turned up to die, Blade.
That's been said before, Baldy.
By someone who could do this.
Sure, just the other night, and you'll never guess what happened to him.
You won't laugh quite so loudly out of a grave, human.
You gotta put me there first. And frankly, Virkin, you ain't got what it takes.
Fool, you cannot stop me. You can never stop me.
But in Gotham, even the loudest threats can be swallowed by the dark in an instant, and the Batman is already moving in for the strike. Gotham at night, the shadows stretch long and merciless across the broken streets. In the heart of the darkness, a new terror rises with a blade in hand.
For I am Legion, Blade. And I am invincible.
The hell you are.
The fight explodes in a blur of rage and steel, every strike echoing through Gotham's cold night. Then comes the crushing impact of something unstoppable colliding with the darkness. Blade's work is done. In minutes, his explosions paint Gotham's night in fire. From 30 miles away, the blaze turns D'Alessio Castle into a doomed silhouette.
Get a move on, both of you, before it's too late.
Why are you helping us? Why? You wanted us dead.
What has she to fear?
Fraser answers with a hard, desperate truth. Without proof, it's their word against hers, and she's got money, title, and power on her side.
Come now, inspectors, do you think I'm a fool? She's not foolin', lady, and neither am I. Drop your gun and be cool, or I'll kill you.
There is no need for threats, mister. Blade, I will do as you ask. Why shouldn't I? As Inspector Fraser so rightly said, what have I to fear? The law cannot touch me.
But I cans, you owe me for a lot of pain, lady, and I feel like collectin'. If I've gotta go to prison for 1 count o' murder, I might as well go for 2.
Blade, no. You kill her and you go to prison. Let her alone and you're a free man.
Gotham still wears the night like a shroud, but in the ruin of this confrontation, the truth is finally dragged into the light. Every shadow seems to hold its breath.
Wyatt, you didn't kill Josie Harper. It was a frame-up, and I've got the evidence to prove it. I've always had it. I just didn't want to flash it while Milady had her gun. You made too big an enemy of Virkin, Lady Marguerite. He wanted you humbled, cowed, broken. So he taped this video cassette. I found it at your London house, but I never thought I'd live to use it.
The cassette reveals the nightmare at Lady Marguerite's house. Josie and Saffron held prisoner, proof of complicity curling out of the machine like smoke. It may not be enough to destroy her, but it is enough to free Blade.
I'll settle for that, and now I'm going home.
Blade, you have won, human. Enjoy your victory while you may. But you have only won a battle, Blade. That voice. The Master. It's him. It's been him all along, Dracula. You have not won the war. We will meet again, human, and on that day, one of us will die.
You can bet on it, Drac baby. You can bet on it.
Morning breaks over Gotham at last, and for a brief, fragile moment, the city can pretend the terror is over. But in this town, peace is only ever the silence before the next scream. Gotham's night is heavy with shadow, but this page turns to a darker legend. A blood-soaked hunter steps from the history books, and his name is Blade. Once he faced Dracula himself, and then Morbius, the living vampire whose cursed calm baffled every rule Blade knew. In a world of monsters, this one fought like a man with nothing left to lose.
They call me Blade. Blade the vampire killer.
It began in July of 1973 when the comics world first learned his name. Born in pain and vengeance, Blade grew up with one purpose: to hunt the thing that took his mother from him.
So don't hand me any of your mourning the dead, 'cause I've been through it all before.
Every reflection is a wound he can't close, a reminder of the life scarred into him at birth. He looks in the mirror and sees grief, rage, and a promise that never dies.
And I'm still living with it. Every time I look in the mirror and realize that a woman died giving birth to me. So take your hi-hat words and shove M, 'cause when you've finished with your chase, I'll be starting mine.
Gotham gives way to a darker legend, where one hunter stands bloodied but unbroken against an ancient evil. In the shadows, victory and dread are never far apart.
Blade, you have killed too many of my legions. You have hunted them, chased them, slaughtered them. When all they sought was to spread my rule to humanity, it is only fitting that I, their lord and master, end you myself.
God, I still feel the marks on my neck. The dried blood is still there. But I haven't changed. I haven't become a vampire. How, for God's sake, tell me why I haven't changed?
It seems most impossible, yet I believe you are immune to vampire bites, totally and completely immune.
Blade's greatest weapon was never a blade at all, but the miracle in his blood. Born from tragedy, his immunity made the Lord of the Undead vulnerable to a hunter who could never be turned. And so the Count fell again and again, each defeat another scar in his immortal pride. But the hunt was never truly over, only delayed.
Look, mother of mine, I've finally done it. I've killed Dracula.